So so to make the petite, you have to use this lantern. You can be closer, it's okay. So you want to see my operation.
Okay.
So you have to use this lantern, and first thing is you have to make sure the flame is as small as possible, because if the flame is too big, it's very easy you can burn your fingers. So you see that I make the flame really small, right? And I'm using this white 200 microliter pipette, the tip, to make the injector. So what I'm doing is really easy, but it's a little bit dangerous because you have to have one hand to get really close to the flame. So you can use a forceps to pinch on this side and use the other hand to hold the tip. And I'm gonna put this tip really close to the top of the flame, and you can see it's melting, and I'm gonna rotate a little bit. So when you see it's melting, you just pull it up, you just pull it down, and then the pipette tip will be longer and longer, and finally it will form an injector. So the key thing of this operation is
Hello. Who are you fishing for?
YouTube.
We're recording.
So the key thing of this injector is the faster you pull, the thinner tip you will get, and if you want to have a thick tube, you have to pull really slowly. So you have to practice a lot. So the successful rate is not very high, so you have to practice a lot to make a fully functional tips. So especially when you want, sometimes you need a pretty thick tip. For example, you are filling the stimulation electrode. Sometimes you need a thick tip. If you're filling the recording electrode, you really need a thin tip. So in that case, you can pull really fast. Okay, so that's the tips for pulling this injector. So when you have this, you cannot use scissors to cut, because if you use scissors, probably the tip will be pinned. The tip will be destroyed. So what I do is I use a sharp knife. You better use a new knife because it should be as sharp as possible. So first you cut off from this end. You can do whatever, however long you want, but you have to do it fast, because you do it slow, the opening will be closed by your pushing. Okay, and then you wanna cut off this side to make this side fit to the syringe. So if you can see that there's a line in the middle of the tip. So what you can do is you just cut on this really transparent line here. So also you have to do it really fast. Yeah. To make sure that the opening is still functional after cutting off, and then you can get a syringe. I didn't prepare a syringe. Here. Right. So this is the syringe. The good thing is the opening of the syringe is the same for all the different models. You can use it for whatever syringe you want, and you can seal it. To make sure that it's functional, the easier way is you can just fill the air like this. Oops, sorry. So if you can clearly feel the air going through the tip, that means you have a successful syringe injector. If not, you just have to do it again and again. And also, usually I will do 20 at once, and probably 10 of them are good. So I'll keep them for future use. For new users, you have to practice a lot. And this is a chip. You can just always use it, right? Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Ivo.